All right, so today I have with me Andrew Lopez of Elevated Shorts, and we're going to talk about video and how video impacts with branding, right? Well, I'm going to move on to the second question that I have for you today, which is how often should people or brands use or utilize video, as part of their brand?
Phenomenal question. I do get asked this a lot with a lot of people that I work with. I'm weird and crazy, and I post every day. And when I mean every day, I mean Monday through Friday. With all the stuff I do on LinkedIn, with my short show that I have, I post every day. So I'm in a different category. Most people don't want to post every day or deal with all the engagement. It does help if you're trying to put yourself out there, but I know content can be really tough. But the thing about me posting every day, I'll say, is I post the same thing. So the only piece of content that I put out every day at 10 a.m. is elevated conversations. My 3-minute short show that starts a conversation and sparks engagement. So I understand if people are like, hey, I want to incorporate audiograms and pictures and video, and there's a lot to do every day. But I always suggest for people either starting out or just getting into it, I say twice a week. So whether it's a Monday, Wednesday, or a Monday, Friday, or a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Tuesday, Friday, whatever that is, twice a week is normally pretty solid. You can kind of track the engagement, you can see where it's going, and it's not too hard to manage. You can always pick 2 days. You can set your content schedule to be, every Monday at 10, this drops, every Thursday, this drops. So generally 2 days a week. But again, I live in the world of the everyday post and video. So if people want to do that, it works. And, there's a lot of engagement, but there's also a lot of commenting and connecting. And so I'm weird and I spend, several hours on LinkedIn a day, but that's just what I've built my business around and what I've continued to do every day. Yeah, twice a week is a good place to start, I would say.
I think that's great advice. But yes, you are extraordinary in the fact that you post video clips every single day. But that is your brand, that is who you are, and you showcase every day what you recommend for your clients. So for you, I think it makes perfect sense. For the most of us, probably every day is a little overwhelming, especially when it comes to video. But I do love the idea of integrating in twice a week some video. I would think I'm going to start small and maybe go like twice a month or once a week. But I think that it's interesting too with all the changing of the algorithms between Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and all these different social media platforms that we use to kind of push out this content, right? And how those algorithms keep changing. And I know that video is a big part of that and how the equation works. I don't know if you know much about that. If you don't, that's okay. But I just thought I'd throw it out there since video is one of the big things that people pick up on social.
No, you're totally right. See, and I don't know much when it comes to analytics. I don't study algorithms. That's out of my comfort zone. But the one thing I will say is when it comes to me, like I'll use me as an example in my daily show as an example. I don't look at likes. I don't look at views. I strictly just care about the comments. LinkedIn, you can think of it like a human being. The more engagement you give it, the more it's gonna share. So I don't study trends and this and that. That's just me. I've just found with having, Reinvention Daily all of last year, 120 episodes, and now, almost 50 episodes into Elevated Conversations, I've just found that engagement always wins. So engagement to me is, a combination of all three. But to
Mm-hmm.
me, when I say engagement or like, the process that I built called the engagement machine, it's all based on the comments. I want people to comment and share their thoughts in the conversations that we start every day. So that no matter what algorithm is going on, especially on LinkedIn, I don't know how Facebook works, but I would assume it's the same thing. People that you see, friends that share stuff, whoever has the most comments tends to like kind of have where everyone goes to. So that's the stat that I look at, but I never actually have a number that I'm reaching. I don't look at, okay, I have to have 100 comments or the video is not a success. For me, I always just look at it as maybe that guest wasn't as engaging, or maybe that conversation wasn't as powerful as we might have thought. But everything comes down to, yeah, that power of engagement. So whether it is every day again, or whether it's twice a week, or whether it's twice a month, as you said, as long as there's people on there that are continuing the conversation and going the direction that you as the content creator want to go, that's all that matters. So engagement always wins is what I say.
I think you just solved the algorithm problem. Don't pay attention to the algorithms and all the changing that's going on, and just focus on engagement.
Exactly. Well, because it's something we can get caught up in, right? Like it's nothing against, the people that study that. I think it's a phenomenal skill. One of my good friends, Rob, he's a life coach up in Seattle, and he used to be a forensics guy. And he's like, I'm a forensics guy. And he's like, I used to dig
Yeah.
in, and I tried, oh, should I post at 5? Do I post at 2? Like, and he just kind of told me the same thing after, a year. He was just like, engagement's always going to win. If people have comments, I'm like, you can have 35 followers on LinkedIn, but if you have a post that goes viral and there's a million comments on it, like, you don't need the 250,000 followers. So that's the thing too, is it's not about, and again, I strictly speak for LinkedIn because that's my world, but it's about the conversation that you're starting. It's that engagement. That's the only thing I look at. Seriously, when I look at other people and, hey, what's wrong with my post? I always just look at, hey, are you asking people to get involved? The one thing I'll say about engagement, no matter what we post, Bridget, this is something that I found just staring at the website and staring at all of this, the last year or so, is no matter what we post, whether it's a picture, whether it's a video, whether it's an audiogram, whether it's a picture of your dog, it doesn't matter what it is. To me, it should do two things. The first thing is start a conversation. And the second thing is get people involved in that conversation. So, I think you look back to the days of social media or the days of LinkedIn a year ago, and LinkedIn was a lot more of a looky-loo, right? Like, hey, I got this job promotion. I made President's Club. Here's my award. Like, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
And people like, congrats, Andrew, good job. Hitting just the like button, awesome. But now it's like when I said with the 2 points is I can now post that picture of the President's Club award, and I can say 2020 kicked our ass, right? We were all in this together. Very grateful of this accomplishment that I made, but also asking the audience, what did you accomplish in 2020? So then someone could comment, or you could be like, oh, Andrew, congrats on your award. I lost 30 pounds in 2020. And it's like you're inviting people to get involved in the conversation in this President's Club example. So it's not just like, hey, check this out, yay me. It's like, what did you accomplish? So that's where, no matter what it is, I see pictures of people's dogs or pictures of, whatever on there, but it all comes down to what you ask the audience in the post. To me, that's engagement. I'm going to be drawn to connect or comment on something if I am asked a question, to be invited in. So that's another thing too that I've noticed in the process of just put whatever you want out there, as long as you're inviting someone to get involved. More people right now, I'll say, are listening, paying attention, and seeking to be understood more than ever before. And I attribute that to people wanting to get involved.